Welcome. This is Narayan Kini from First Assets. I agree with you if you say the fixed deposits or bank deposits are easier to understand, which offers a certain percentage of interest for a certain period of time. It offers a predictable returns and a predictable cash flows. You may not agree with me if I say debt mutual funds are equally good, but offers an unpredictable returns, and sometimes your principal amount may not be very safe. But then why high net worth individuals who can take higher risk have relatively higher exposure to debt funds, and retail investors who cannot take higher risk have relatively lower allocation to debt funds? In this session, we are going to learn about certain terminologies that are a great tool to ascertain both qualitative and quantitative aspects of a debt fund. This video is made for investors who want to know all about debt funds and make an informed decision. Let's begin.
Factors determining the investment decision in debt funds are how much risk you would like to take, how long you would like to invest, what is the expected returns, and finally, what are the tax implications. Let's try to understand what a debt mutual fund is. Debt mutual fund schemes invest in interest-bearing securities such as treasury bills, commercial papers, Government of India securities, state government securities, PSU debentures, corporate debentures, etc. Debt fund invest in securities that may be secured or unsecured. These securities may mature from very short period, say 1 day, up to even 25 years, or sometimes in perpetuity like in the case of perpetual bonds issued by the banks. Broadly, SEBI has categorized the debt schemes as follows. It's very important to understand each category of schemes as SEBI has standardized the overall portfolio allocation by way of types of instruments that a fund can invest, maturity of the portfolio, and scheme level Macaulay duration. We shall discuss about these terminologies in the later part of this session. Overnight fund will have investment in overnight securities having a maturity of 1 day. Liquid fund will invest in debt and money market securities with maturity of up to 91 days. Ultra short duration fund which invest in debt and money market instrument such that the Macaulay duration of the portfolio is between 3 and 6 months. Low duration fund will invest in debt and money market instrument in such a way that Macaulay duration of the portfolio is between 6 and 12 months. Money market fund will invest in money market instruments having maturity up to 1 year. Similarly, short duration fund will have a Macaulay duration portfolio between 1 and 3 years. Medium duration fund will have a duration of the portfolio between 3 and 4 years. Medium to long duration fund will have a duration of the portfolio between 4 and 7 years. Long duration fund will have a duration of the portfolio which will be greater than 7 years. Dynamic bond will have an investment across durations. Continuing with the category of schemes, corporate bond fund will have 80% of the total assets invested in corporate bonds, and these have to be in the highest rated instruments like AAA. Credit risk fund will have 65% of its total asset in corporate bonds, and that will be in the lower than AAA rated instruments. Banking and PSU fund will have a minimum 80% of its asset in debt instruments of banks, public sector undertakings, and public financial institutions. Gilt fund will have 80% of its total asset in government securities across the maturity. Gilt fund with 10-year constant duration will have 80% of its asset in G-Secs with Macaulay duration of the portfolio equal to 10 years. Floater fund will have minimum investment in floating rate instruments up to 65% of its assets. To analyze a debt fund, it's important to understand various terminologies and its relevance which we saw in the earlier slides. Most of the times, we look at the past performance of the mutual fund schemes to forecast the future returns. this is not a right approach. In reality, past performance means nothing to your investments. At best, it will help you in comparing the fund performance with the benchmark and with its peer to know how the scheme has performed and how good the fund manager was. What we need to understand clearly is the interest rate scenario and the inflation situation in the economy. Interest rates and inflation are directly related. If you have a fair understanding of the interest rate cycle and inflation, it's time now to understand in simple terms other critical parameters you need to carefully observe from the scheme. 4 critical factors you have to observe from any scheme are average maturity, yield to maturity, modified duration, and Macaulay duration. Average maturity. Average maturity is the average time it takes for the securities in the portfolio to mature, weighted in proportion to the amount invested. If you observe in the illustration, bond amount is multiplied by the maturity period. Total so arrived is then divided by the total amount of the portfolio. It indicates the sensitivity of the portfolio to interest rate changes. The higher the average maturity, the greater is the volatility of the returns in the fund. Average maturity helps investor to check if debt funds are suitable for the time horizon of their investment. Let us say you would like to invest for a period of 1 year, but the scheme has an average maturity of 3 years. This scheme may not be a right fit for you as it brings higher volatility to your portfolio. Yield to maturity. Yield to maturity of a debt fund is the percentage return an investor can expect if all the securities in the portfolio are held till maturity. For example, if yield to maturity of a fund is 10%, it means if the securities are held intact till the maturity, the fund will give you a return of 10% per annum. Please note, yield to maturity of any portfolio keeps changing due to inflow and outflow of funds from the scheme. Therefore, you have to look for this number from time to time and observe for any major changes. In a fixed maturity plan, all the securities mature on a given day, thereby resulting in deriving the expected returns and maturity amount at the end of the life of the scheme. Modified duration. Modified duration measures the sensitivity of a bond's price to the change in interest rates. For instance, if modified duration of the fund is 2, it indicates that if there is a 1% increase in interest rates, the price of the bond will decrease by 2%. This is true if the interest rates fall by 1%, the price of the bond will increase by 2%. It means that the higher the modified duration, higher the volatility the bond exhibits with the change in interest rates. Macaulay duration of a fund measures how long it takes for the price of a bond to be repaid by the cash flow from it. Simply put, it indicates the time an investor would take to get back all his invested money in the bond by way of periodic interest as well as principal repayments. In mutual fund parlance, Macaulay duration of a debt fund is the weighted average Macaulay duration of the debt securities in the portfolio. Taxation of debt funds. Fixed deposits bear interest and it becomes part of your annual income. Hence, whichever slab of income tax you are, you pay the tax at that rate. Whereas in a debt fund, you either get dividend or accumulated value, which is known as gains. While dividend is part of your annual income, gains enjoy the indexation benefit. As per the income tax rates for the financial year 2021, dividends are taxed at source at the mutual fund scheme level. It is known as dividend distribution tax. There is no DDT up to Rs 5,000 per annum per investor per AMC. If your total dividend exceeds Rs 5,000 per asset management company, you have to suffer DDT at the rate of 10%. Scheme will deduct such DDT amount and credit the balance amount to your bank account. As stated earlier, accumulated gains may be derived from short-term or long-term investments. Gains made from investments held for less than 3 years is known as short-term capital gain. This is considered as part of your annual income and you have to pay a tax at the marginal rate of taxation. Long-term gains are made from investments held for more than 3 years. In such a situation, you enjoy cost inflation indexation benefit and you pay a tax at the rate of 20% plus cess and surcharge on the net gain. Please remember, while interest on FD cannot be deferred, you can defer the cash flows in the case of debt fund as long as you don't require. You have the benefit of paying tax only on the amount of money you have withdrawn and also enjoy the benefit of indexation. Therefore, debt fund scores high on tax planning and attracts many HNI investors who weigh in favor of debt funds. HNIs who plan their cash flows manage a higher post-tax returns. Credit ratings. There are many credit rating agencies in India like CRISIL, ICRA, CARE and others. They issue credit ratings for various debt instruments. Mutual fund portfolio discloses the ratings of instruments it holds. Many schemes are also rated. For illustration purpose, we are discussing some of the credit rating and description issued by the CRISIL. Like AAA indicates highest safety, AA indicates high safety, and D indicates default, etc. Please visit links of various credit rating agencies given in the description and converse yourself with the rating concepts. You can also make out from the scheme portfolio aggregate constitution of the quality of the portfolio. To conclude, debt mutual funds are not all that difficult to understand. As mentioned earlier, it is about returns expected, length of the investment in terms of time, and credit risk you can take determines the type of debt fund suitable for you. Choose a scheme that best suits you based on the average maturity, yield to maturity, and duration of the scheme. And bear in mind, shorter the time horizon, lower the return. Lower the credit quality, higher the returns and risk. Lower the duration, lower the volatility of price. Lower the average maturity, lower the volatility. Debt mutual fund is a great investment vehicle to defer the incidence of income tax for an indefinite period and convert it from marginal taxation to indexed capital gains. Hope this video was useful. Disclaimer: this is an educative video to make viewers understand debt mutual fund in simpler terms. Hence, all the details are not included. We do not claim for any accuracy of the information contained in this video and not responsible for any decision taken by you based on this video. Mutual funds are subject to market risk. You are requested to read the offer document for scheme details and risk factors. This is neither an advice nor a recommendation to invest in mutual fund. Please take the help of your financial advisor. This is Narayan Kini signing off. Thank you.